Hey there, movie buffs. Welcome to our backstage pass to Hollywood. Ever wondered what makes the magic happen behind those blockbuster hits? Buckle up and grab your popcorn, because we're about to dive into the glitz, glamour, and sometimes downright bizarre world of Tinseltown. All right, let's start with the basics. Hollywood, where your wildest dreams can come true and your craziest ideas can get greenlit. Ever wonder how that weirdly specific idea you had in the shower becomes a movie? Well, let's break it down. First up, the studios. Hollywood's got a few big players: Warner Brothers, Universal, Paramount, Disney, and Sony. Think of these studios as the cool kids table in the cafeteria. They have a fancy lunch boxes and probably a few extra cookie jars. These studios are where the magic happens. Literally. They've got massive sound stages where you can make a New York skyline in the middle of the desert or a spaceship in the middle of a soundstage. If you can imagine it, they can build it, or at least they can hire someone who can. Now, let's talk about the movie making process. Picture this: a group of people sitting around a table, throwing out ideas like, what if we had a romantic comedy set in a post apocalyptic wasteland? That's the brainstorming stage. Then comes the script. Yes, the blueprint of a movie. It's where those crazy ideas get turned into dialogue and action scenes. If you think writing a script is easy, remember that Shakespeare never had to deal with notes like, can we add a talking raccoon? Next up, the casting process. This is where directors try to find the perfect actor to play a role. Imagine a giant puzzle where you're trying to fit 1,000 pieces together. The result? An actor who can make you laugh, cry, and maybe question your life choices. Once the casting is done, it's time for the shoot. This is where the real fun and chaos begins. Picture this: a crew of hundreds, all working together to create scenes that might last just a few minutes on screen. Lights, camera, action, and probably a few hundred takes. Directors shout action and cut more often than a chef yells more salt on a cooking show. And don't get me started on the extras. They're the unsung heroes showing up at 5 a.m. to pretend they're having a great time at a party they've never been invited to. After the shoot, it's time for post-production. This is where the movie gets its final polish. Editors chop and change scenes like they're making a giant cinematic salad. Toss in some special effects, a killer soundtrack, and voila, you've got a movie. Special effects are like the fairy dust of filmmaking. They turn ordinary scenes into something extraordinary. Whether it's an explosion or a dragon, special effects artists make sure your movie looks as epic as you imagined it. Finally, let's talk marketing and the big premiere. This is where the movie gets dressed up in its finest and goes out on the town. Think of it like prom night for movies: glitzy, glamorous, and all about making a grand entrance. Marketing is where you'll see flashy trailers, posters, and social media blitzes. It's all about making sure everyone knows that your movie exists and that they absolutely need to see it. Because if you're not on Instagram, did you even have a premiere? So there you have it, folks. From the brainstorming sessions to the red carpets, Hollywood is a wild and wonderful world where dreams come true and movie magic is made. Whether you're watching from the comfort of your couch or catching a flick on the big screen, now you know a bit more about what goes on behind the scenes. Thanks for joining us on this Hollywood adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a backstage pass to your favorite entertainment topics. Until next time, keep dreaming big and enjoying the show.